All right, Juice. So you sent me a picture the other day about, well, you were hunting.
Yes.
And I didn't see a lot of animals in the photo.
There were a lot of trees, though.
Maybe a squirrel.
There was 2 squirrels there.
So you'll see armadillos out there, too, all over.
I didn't see the armadillos,
Right.
but those 2 giant squirrels made their presence known.
Did you shoot one?
I wanted to.
Sometimes you get bored and want to just blast them. So
Those 2 would have made a fine meal. They were big.
right. So I haven't hunted in Alabama or anywhere.
I just started this year.
I shoot coyotes.
I hunted in high school and then went in the Marine Corps. And then I've been hunting maybe a couple of times since then.
Right.
But now I started hunting again, trying to get all my guns worked out and ready. But I was out with a crossbow.
So people I know that hunt with crossbows are typically in wheelchairs.
Yes. I was not in a wheelchair.
Not in a wheelchair?
No.
You're not that crippled yet?
No, not yet. I'm working on it.
You tried to be last year or earlier this year. So
earlier, yeah, it was not good.
I thought you were down for good.
Yeah, no, not for good, just temporarily.
You seem good now, though.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the rules in Alabama, right now you can use crossbow and bow, right?
Right. You have muzzleloader season and rifle season.
Now, when's muzzleloader?
I think it kicks off the 17th.
I could get into muzzleloader a little bit, I think.
Yeah. I bought an inline muzzleloader.
When can you use shotgun?
I don't know. I don't use shotgun.
Okay.
I mean, I do for small game, but I'm just out whitetail hunting right now.
The woods around here are so thick, you could get away with a slug,
Oh, yeah, you could.
Because you're shooting them. Around here, we're not getting those 700-yard shots like you are in Wyoming.
No. And where I'm hunting now, a buddy of mine, Ken at work, got me hooked up with a lease. And without a 4-wheeler, you're not getting up there.
Right. Now, if you got some field too, you could get out to 400, 500 yards, but mostly you're shooting them inside 100 yards.
Yeah, well within 100 yards.
They walk up on you and you better be fast.
Yeah.
So I remember that back when I had at Camp Lejeune some too. This thick over there too.
Yeah.
So. But we used to get up and hunt at daylight, and we wouldn't have formation till 9 because everybody was deer hunting.
Yeah. So all that precision marksmanship you did in your course that I went through, I probably won't need to use it.
Okay. Yeah. You could hit them over the head with something around here. So, but yeah, deer hunting, I haven't done it in years. Now we got a family of them that live around us here.
That's a family now because y'all gave them names.
Right. My wife named them.
Yeah. So now they're no longer game animals.
We got
They're
Bucky. Pets. We got Rudolph. We got all the things. Even though that's a reindeer, not a whitetail. But anyways.
I'm not going to come down here and hunt them.
We do. They need to be cleaned out a little bit, though.
Then I may stop by.
It's bad to let them they eat all the food up, and then they start looking like crap. So they need to get thinned out some, But somebody asked me the other day, why do they need to thin them out? And I was like, they eat all the food in one place, and it gets territorial, and they don't have enough food for each other, and all those things.
I don't know if you're going to get away with that with your wife.
No, I'm not. So she don't like deer meat either. So,
oh, that's a shame.
I like jerky. I said you should try. She don't like jerky either. My daughter loves jerky. So my wife's picky. She's a picky eater, man. So,
but she's from Alabama.
She likes biscuits and gravy, and stuff like that. But deer meat, I don't know. She likes steaks, hamburger.
But you like venison.
I do. Yeah. I like it if it's prepared properly and all that stuff.
Well, if I get some deer this year, I'll have to bring you down some venison.
Me and my daughter will eat it.
Yeah,
so Reagan, she likes.
Okay,
she'll try anything. She may not eat it again, but she'll try anything. So she hasn't had deer meat yet. So
I'll bring you some back straps or some steak or ham or something.
We'll grill them up. Yeah. So, all right. Again, we started out with a topic that has nothing to do with what our main topic is.
It doesn't matter because we have a good time.
We do have a good time, and people listen to us. It's crazy that they do. You're a redneck from Pennsylvania, and I'm a C student from Fife, Alabama.
Yeah.
So people listen
C
to
equals degree.
That's right. But Anthony Boyd, Alabama put him to death. He was on death row. Hopefully, they just didn't put a random person to death. But he was on death row just before Halloween. They put him to death. All right. We're going to read a little bit about him. But the headline. Juice. You want to read these things? I'm going to start making you read these things. There's so much pressure.
It's more fun if you do it.
There's a lot of pressure on this side of the desk, Juice.
That just gives me ammo to sit here and mess with you.
That's right. CBS News, Alabama executes inmate with nitrogen gas for 1993 murder over $200 drug debt. Now, this is a brutal murder. So we get into that. It's pretty brutal. All right. An Alabama man convicted of helping burn a man alive in 1993 over a $200 drug debt was executed by nitrogen gas on Thursday. This was on October 23rd. Anthony Boyd, 54, was pronounced dead at 6:33 p.m. local time at William C. Holman Correctional Facility. Up in there, authorities said the execution was carried out by nitrogen gas, a controversial method Alabama began using last year. Alabama tested the method for the first time on a condemned inmate in January 2024. We'll stop there and talk about nitrogen gas.
I don't see why it's so controversial.
Right.
He was executed with the gas. It worked.
He's dead, ain't he? So,
that's a good execution.
Brutal crime, man. You got to pay for it, right?
Yeah.
Even though seemed like 100 years ago, late 1900s.
Yeah. What, 93 or something it happened?
Yeah. But you've dealt with nitrogen gas doing welding and different things, right? Tell me about it.
Oh, it'll get you drunk. You'll feel drunk, but like NASA, they use it to, when they're machining tiles, the thermal protection systems, they use it to keep moisture and everything out of the tiles. You don't want moisture in there. Right. So they use it there. And if there's a leak, you're going to know it.
And you don't have a way to get fresh air real quick, right? So,
well, there's exits in the shop that are close by, but if it's got you to that point where you're already starting to feel drunk, you may not make it out of that building. You may not get out that exit.
Right. Now, in diving, I'm a combat diver, Juice. Do you know that? I haven't any diving in forever. But we used to, in dive school, they'd make you, on purpose, make you get a nitrogen, what we call a nitrogen hit, nitrogen narcosis, which you're under pressure, below like 120 feet or so. They put us down to 180. And some people would get drunk off of the nitrogen. It's right. Because you're breathing air, right? To the point they would take the regulator out of their mouth and start seeing stuff. It felt good, but they would dive pretty quickly if they didn't get that air back, brought back up out of pressure, right? Because you can't breathe underwater.
Yeah. Newsflash.
But I've had a nitrogen hit before. It does. It makes you feel good. And about not long, you're going to pass out and die. Yeah. If you don't get out from under that pressure. So I guess how they're doing this, they're pressurizing the nitrogen. So it's such a high concentrated, and they're putting a mask on you and you just breathe in it. You get drunk and then you go to sleep.
Night, night.
Right. Now let's talk about this one. Anthony Boyd, 54, was pronounced dead at 6:33 p.m. local time at William C. Holman Correctional Facility. All right. We already said that, Juice.
Right.
All right. Boyd was sentenced to death for his role in killing Gregory Huguley in Talladega County. Prosecutors said Huguley was set on fire after he didn't pay for $200 worth of cocaine. All right. $200 worth, Juice.
Yep.
All right. Why don't drug dealers just file a lien against him?
I don't know. I've been called because I gave him $20. He didn't give me my dope.
Right. We read about another one was $25, right?
Yeah.
A few months ago, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Man, they get mad about that. It's more about the principalities.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Boyd used his final words to proclaim his innocence and criticize the criminal justice system. He said, this is when he's laid on a gurney. He said, I didn't kill anybody. I didn't participate in killing anybody. He said, there can be no justice until we change the system. He continued before closing with, let's get it.
He got it.
All right. The execution appeared to take longer than prior nitrogen gas executions. The state does not reveal the exact time the gas began flowing. About 5:57 p.m., Boyd clenched his fist, raised his head off the gurney slightly, and began shaking. He then raised his legs off the gurney several inches. At about 6:01 p.m., those movements stopped, and he began a series of heaving breaths that lasted at least 15 minutes before becoming still. Okay, let's talk about it. Everybody, Mackie here with ShadowNet Investigations. I'm the lead investigator, and I'm here to let you know that we conduct premium digital forensics. Whether you're looking to recover deleted data from phones, tablets, computers, you name it, give us a call, and we can help you out in recovering that data. Or if you think you're hacked, we have the tools and expertise to help you figure out who's hacked you and to find out how it happened, whether you need help with any digital forensic situation, recovering deleted data, hacking situations, or any questions you have about digital forensics, give us a call, 866-910-7499. That's a free consultation at 866-910-7499, or visit us at shadownetdigital.com. You've dealt with crime scene, suicide yes. scenes, right?
Yes.
That one's by hanging. You ever watched a video of somebody hang?
Yes.
Okay. So they go unconscious pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And it's the body fighting that death is what's all the jerking it around and stuff. People say, oh, they're trying to get it. No, they're unconscious. It's just the body trying to survive, right? The body's saying, hey, I don't want to die right now. And it's trying to jerk loose or whatever. The person has no idea what's going on because they're unconscious. I think it's similar to what's happening here. And
it's asphyxiation.
Yeah. You go unconscious quickly, but your body still fights it, right?
Right.
And you have no idea what's happening.
No.
Right. I remember when I was going through one of those courses and they showed a video of it was, these people like to video themselves hanging themselves.
Yeah.
Right? And they showed a girl and they didn't tell us what was going on first. And I was like, man, somebody cut her down kind of thing, Then they explained what was happening. I was like, oh, okay. They go unconscious within 10 to 20 seconds.
Yeah. It doesn't take long.
Right. And then you just hang there and blood ceases to go to the brain. The body jerks around and the body's trying to
the body's trying to free itself and get that oxygen.
Yeah, because it's always the brain always strives for oxygen.
Right.
Always never
survival.
Stops. Yeah, it wasn't getting there, so it's just jerking around and trying to relieve that pressure. But anyway, I think that's what's going on here. I'm not a doctor, but
yeah, it's asphyxiation.
Yeah, it happens the same way. Your body's going to move around and all that stuff. And he was probably unconscious within 10 to 20 seconds,
and that's fine.
Right. Let's read about this brutal murder. He says, everybody's like, oh, the poor people on death row.
I was just going to say, I wonder how long that guy that he set on fire felt it.
Right. So Alabama were a little different. Some of you states are going to be like, whoa. All right, here we go. The jury convicted Boyd of capital murder during a kidnapping and recommended a vote of 10-2 that he received the death penalty. In Alabama, just has to be a majority.
Right.
And in other states, it has to be, in Alabama, just has to be, in Alabama, just has to be a majority. Other states, it has to be unanimous that they get life, right? Boyd had been on Alabama's death row since 1995. He was the latest chair of Project Hope to abolish the death penalty. It's all capital, some organization.
Right.
An anti-death penalty group founded by men on death row. Imagine that. Alabama began using nitrogen gas last year to carry out some executions. The method uses gas masks strapped over the inmate's face to replace breathable air with pure nitrogen gas. So yes, they go unconscious really quickly.
Yep.
Oxygen isn't necessary, but it makes you feel good. The nitrogen does.
Oh yeah.
You don't feel like you're choking
for
or nothing
like
like
seconds.
That. Yeah. Nationally, the method has now been used in 8 executions, 7 times in Alabama and once in Louisiana. All right. Boyd's lawyer asked for the federal judge to halt the execution, of course. Right. Okay, let's talk about it. Takes you a while to get to the actual crime.
Right.
All right. The Supreme Court denied the request. Okay. So what happened was these guys went into a party to collect the money from the guy. They took him out of the house, taped him up, set him on fire. He burned alive. They poured gas on him until he was dead while he was burning.
Right.
He was there. He helped tape him up.
Yep.
He's just as guilty as the guy that struck the match, right?
Yep.
All right. Everybody likes to say, these poor death row inmates, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, some of these things are heinous. You know what I mean? Like this. I don't care if the guy owed you $200. Smack him around a little bit. Come back and get it later.
Everybody sees that. I hate to tell everybody, I work death row at a prison. Mm-hmm. They're not the nice little inmates. And, I didn't do it. Mm-hmm. If you're around these people, you know what kind of evil they are.
What they're capable of and what they've done. So they would do it again if you let them out.
Oh, they would. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And this guy, he was saying he was innocent because he wasn't actually one set him on fire.
Okay. You poured gas on him and your buddy lit the match.
You taped his legs together.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
You were an active participant.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it took from 93 until 2025 to execute him.
Right.
When we should have an express lane put in.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey, you do run your appeals when it's over. We schedule your execution. Mm-hmm. I think that's what should happen.
Florida does that.
Yeah.
No, we've been working a case in Florida where he's been on death row since 92.
No, it takes forever.
Yeah. But Texas gets a little faster, but it still takes a while.
Yeah.
So back in the old days, when they used to hang people, the judge would be like, you're sentenced to hanging.
Yep.
And as soon as they get that thing built, you're going to hang.
Yep, you're going right to the gallows.
So depending on how fast the construction workers were, that's how.
And most of them, the judges, when they were coming into town, they were already building the gallows because they knew they were fixing to have a hanging.
Right. You get people kill people at the stagecoach or whatever crime, raped a girl or whatever the crime was.
Yep.
And some of them weren't fair. Some of them were kind of rushed, I believe.
Right.
You didn't get a chance to appeal it to the Supreme Court, but I think we should have some appeals, right? I think it should get scrutinized and looked at. But if
It shouldn't take so long, though.
But if 3 roomfuls of lawyers and other detectives say, yeah, you did that, well, I trust them. Do you?
Yeah.
Judges, lawyers, whatever.
Unless they're all corrupt.
That's happening. Our judicial system has become corrupt, Jews. So,
yeah.
Or if it's in Wetumpka.
Right.
That's a corrupt place down there.
Oh, yeah, it is. We talked about that.
I've dealt with them, man. It's a special place. Don't ever, if you're going to commit a crime, don't do it in Wetumpka.
Yeah.
Alabama. So
don't even drive through there.
Right. Speeding tickets turn into disasters down there. So what are your thoughts about this? Should we use nitrogen or should we go back to the needle? Should we use firing squad? What do you think?
I don't care what they do as long as they execute the individual.
I want it to be humane. I don't think we should chop them up piece by piece or nothing, but
I'm one of those. This is me not being liberal or conservative or very conservative. If you set somebody on fire and you kill them like Boyd did, we should do the same thing to you.
Tie you to a tree, pour gas on you.
Yeah. And then strike the match. I volunteer to do those executions. There's some people out there, they have a conscience. I don't have a conscience.
Right.
When you're one of those people that did that,
pure evil.
I absolutely have no qualms with doing the same thing to you. I wouldn't lose any sleep.
Right.
None.
Yeah.
Now, a dog or a cat, I can't do that.
Can't do it.
No.
Now, I have executed a dog that was a biter.
That's a little different.
It bit my wife's hand really bad, and we put her in the ground, that dog. Not the wife. We put the dog in the ground. So she messed her hand up bad. And the dog, we had some issues with that dog. Like, as it got older, it lost its mind a little bit. I think it had Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah.
Does dogs have Alzheimer's?
Yeah, dementia.
And I think he forgot where he was for a minute. But I'm sorry. But yeah, man, I think South Carolina, I've been reading about them a little bit. They do firing squad.
Yep.
Quick, simple.
That's where I worked death row.
Did you do any firing squad stuff?
No, we'd house them down there.
They're doing the needle. They were doing a needle back then, probably.
They would. Well, old Sparky.
They still had Sparky?
Yeah.
We still have Sparky, but they haven't used them in a long time.
Yeah. So. They were running through
them. Right. South Carolina's been using the firing squad. Quick, effective, cheap.
Yeah.
You already got the employees.
I'll bring my own ammo.
They're shooting them from like 50 feet, so you're not going to miss nothing.
Well, I don't know. I've seen a guy miss a point blank contact shot 3 times on a target.
How?
He was Air Force.
Okay.
I seen him do it 3 times, missed it. So
that's almost impossible.
But you would say that. You would say that till you've seen this guy miss it 3 times.
Right. But yeah, I don't have a problem with the nitrogen gas because I know what nitrogen narcosis feels like. That's all they're doing is inducing nitrogen narcosis, which makes you feel drunk. You go to sleep and then it's over. They had a lot of issues with this these drugs they were injecting them with where the dudes weren't dying.
Right.
I don't like that at all because it introduces, the lawyers get involved in more than they already have.
They get involved no matter what, but it depends on who the attorney is, how good they are at spinning the things. But I think the nitrogen is more humane than the needle.
Right. Yeah. You just lay in there and you go to sleep basically. Now you
get drunk.
Yeah.
And then you go to sleep.
Your body's when you're being suffocated, your body is going to jerk around and fight for air. Your brain's fighting for air is what it's
exactly
doing. And it's not inhumane. The person not feeling the thing. I know they're saying, his feet raised up. Of course, you're being strangled.
Nerves.
Yeah. And I don't think it's inhumane at all. But
I don't either.
Firing squad, you sit there with the thing. You don't even know when they're going to shoot. You got your blindfold on or whatever.
You don't even know who has the round.
Yeah, they're shooting through these little windows or whatever. Yeah. Now, South Carolina, they all have a round. They all hit. So they're making sure that heart blows up. So which is a real quick death. The heart explodes, blood pressure is immediately gone. Done. Yeah. You go to sleep.
Your DRT.
Dead right there.
Yep.
All right. Anything else on this juice?
No.
All right.
I just think every state needs an express lane.
All right. Express lane.
Yeah.
Tell us about the express lane in your state.
It's not very good. He sat on death row since 93.
I was more talking to the listeners, but tell us about the death row in their states.
Yeah. Hey, watch. I'm telling you, you're going to hear some crazy stories.
Right.
Length of time.
Yeah. There's been some, it's been 35. They die on death row with natural causes.
From old age.
Yeah. Or they have a long-term terminal cancer or something like that. But, all right. We're going to get off here. We'll be back with another episode in just a bit.